How are you guys? How are you doing? I love being here. It's quiet and people are looking at me and I'm getting a bit shy, but I still want to, make connection with you guys. How many of you love shopping expensive stuff? Some of you guys. I love shopping expensive stuff. I think it's probably because I'm from China. Just can't control it. I was born and raised in China, and I came to the US 6 years ago with big dreams to pursue higher education, to marry American girls, to try the real KFC. I remember the first time when I tried KFC here, I cried. It was so bad. It hurt me physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We had better food in China, actually. But that made me wander in China. Anyway, so I ended up going to school in Tucson, Arizona. Woo! Well, I believe it's because God hates me. Because this is a fucking desert, if you agree with that. I remember the first day when I landed on Tucson. I opened the door, I saw the view, I asked myself, am I going to prison? Did I steal anything on the plane? Right, that reminded me of a time the moment when I was still at the airport, right before I came to the United States. I was at the airport with my family, and it was touching because everyone was crying except my family. My dad told me, son, you have honored this family. Go make more money. My mom said, honey, you're always drinking warm water. Don't drink iced water, you might die. Also, don't eat KFC. I always feel that, my parents are watching me all the time, So I spent 2 years in Tucson, and my favorite place, my go-to place in Tucson was Walmart. Because every time when I felt homesick, I went to Walmart to buy a bunch of cheap stuff that are made in China. It made me feel much better. But I love Tucson, because it taught me one of the most important lessons in my life, which is, it turns out that taking an American woman on a first date to KFC is not a good idea. So as you can see, I travel a lot. I'm a world traveler. I've been to many, many countries. I've been to Mexico, Japan, and the US. But I want to talk about New York because I had this conflicting emotions toward New York City. So I was in New York City like a month ago for a week to see Tony Robbins. He's a motivational speaker and life strategist. That was my third time going to New York. When I was there for the first time and second time, I didn't like New York City. It was crowded, it was boring, but this time it was much more fun. I don't know, I think it's either because this time I was not a tourist, or I just became more loving. So, I was there, for most of my time, actually I was spending my time in Newark, because that's where the seminar was. And if I want to give you one feedback about Newark, don't go there. It's like a fucking bigger tenderloin. My friend told me, don't walk around at night in Newark. So I decided to walk around at night in Newark. Because I was there for Tony Robbins unleashed the power within event. So I unleashed my power on the street at night in Newark, looking for single lady who's sad and desperate, so that we can unleash our power together. So I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, to be honest, because this man changed my life. So he always says that, you know, if you feel sad, change your mood, change your stage. So that's why I immediately moved from Arizona to California. That's all. Thank you guys.